Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 6 of the Indycar series here at COTA, Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. Qualifying underway, open qualifying this week. So that should be fun. Hayden Lowell coming across the start, lap number 1. He'll be the first to do so. Up through the hairpin, going up that hill. Oh, got a little loose in one there. For the S's. We're right on board with Hayden for this first lap, kind of get a feel for the track. Through the arena. To this carousel bit. I think it's 19 total turns here in COTA. So a lot to remember. I think they're running about 145 lap times in practice. Hayden usually one of those faster guys every week, so we should see something around there on this first lap. Lap number 1 for Hayden, 147.8. He'll go top of the board, first car to get a lap time in. Kenneth Stout, looks like his lap time did not count. Same with Ian Montrose. Cody Cleaver, 147.3. Great lap time for Cody, puts him first on the board. Get lap times in. Jeff Price, 152.3, third on the board. DG Swisk, fourth on the board, 154. Ladder drivers getting their first laps in, but they're not counting. Quinn Newton, one of those. Carl Rotman, Alan Smith. Just get one off track, and your lap time's not going to count here at COTA. It's really easy to get an off track here. So that's what they're watching out for right now. Hayden Lowell, 146.3, top of the board for Hayden. Now it looks like that base fix setup had standard tires on it, or primary, whatever they call it in the IndyCar. And well, with how short these races are, and obviously these drivers run in qualifying, you can run whatever tire you want. In qualifying, it doesn't stay into the race. Everybody should be on alternates, but I do see about half the field running just the white sidewall tires. For those, I think Jeff Price has them on. G Swiss, Ian Montrose, and we have Carl Rotman third on the board, 150.9. Pretty good lap there for Carl. Quick know where the lap time's in yet. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in qualifying, so this driver's gonna have about 2 or so laps left at best. Maybe 3 if you get back to the line in time. Brian Martin coming around to complete lap 2. And according to my timing and scoring, this should be a pretty good lap for Brian. And across the line, 147.1. I was correct. Second on the board. Very good lap there for Brian Martin. Hayden Lowell coming back out. Going to try one more lap. That Napa Chevy. I'm just gonna say it's a Chevy. I'm assuming doesn't have any Chevy logos on it, but. Got two choices, Chevy or Honda. I don't think Hayden would take a Honda. Although you never know. Never know. What else we got out here? Alan Smith, lap 3.
Sorry about that, Hayden.
Another quick lap maybe incoming right here.
No, you're fine. I'm not on a flying lap or anything. I just came out of the pit.
Across the line for Talon, 147.6, but again, not going to count. So he'll try one more time. He's got enough time to complete one more lap. So we'll see if we can do it there. Ian Montrose about halfway through his final lap here. On a pretty good lap right now, as if it counts. Might have something. Scott Elston goes 7th on the board, gets his lap time in, 155.3. Definitely a little bit slower than the top 3, I'd say, but I mean, just getting on the board puts him 7th, so I'd say that was a good call. Just kind of run a little bit slower to make sure you don't get an off track. It was a good move. Going to start in that top 10. That's going to be huge because we have roughly 20 cars out here tonight. I think 19 total. So track position going to be huge on this restart, or this initial start. I'm sorry. Even COTA, with how wide this track is, passing is at a premium, especially in these open wheel cars. But here comes Ian Montrose to complete his final lap in qualifying. Although Senti crossed the line with time left, he should have time for one more lap, but he goes 4th. 148.5 for Ian. But he is going to take that one. Not a bad lap time. Top 5. Oh! I say that. But Talon Smith got a lap time in. He goes to 2nd on the board. 146.7. Only 4/10 off of Hayden Lowell. Speaking of Hayden, I think he's got this last lap. He's got time for it. He's a 2nd up right now. Oh, got a little loose. Oh, and it goes around. He had such good time going. I mean, it's not going to matter. I don't think anybody is going to top his lap. But it would have been cool to see him go even faster. Scott Elston coming out of final turn. See if he can improve on his lap. And he does not, unfortunately. So he will start 9th here tonight at COTA. It's going to be an off track for Brian. He's going to take it on a pit road. Good job practicing pit entry right there. It's a good call. I like that Oreo car for Jeff Price. Cliff Mullins, looks like he's going to come around and try to get a lap time in right here. And across the line for Cliff. Lap will not... Oh, it will count. 8th on the board for Cliff. He'll start 8th. 152.5, that 37 car. And doesn't look like anybody else out on track. So we got 40 seconds till this race starts. We'll take a quick break. All right, we're gonna get gridded.
Swear. What? Why are there unlimited fast repairs?
Uh-oh.
I mean, if you're gonna crash it, have fun, you're going on the back.
Hey, probably not a bad thing to have unlimited fast repairs. COTA's pretty tough track. It'd be a problem at an oval, I would say, but not too bad at a road course. All right.
Just remember, because you have unlimited fast repairs doesn't mean you have to use it. Yes, it does. That is exactly what that means.
Radio check.
Here we go. Hayden Lowell starts on the pole tonight at COTA. 146.3 put him on the pole. Pretty good lap there for Hayden on his outside. Talon Smith in the 77.
Looking forward to it.
We're starting here tonight. Both drivers, multiple wins between them. Heavy hitters here in the IndyCar Series this season. Gonna be on the lookout tonight for who gets it between those two. Moving on to the second row, however, Brian Martin going to start third in that 54 car. The outside of him, the right side of him, Cody Cleaver in the 2 car in 4th. Ian Matros, third row, going to start 5th in the 1 car. His outside, Carl Rutman in the 25. 4th row, Jeff Price going to start 7th in the 39. On his outside, Cliff Mullins in the 37 starts in 8th. Row 5 is going to be DG Swiss. Then his outside, Scott Elston in the 85 car. Harry Grinnell going to start 11th tonight in the 70. On his outside, Travis Martin in the 63, going to start in 12th. Moving on to row 8, Dalton Hayes in the 47, starts 13th. His outside, Kenneth Stout in the 29 car, going to start 14th. Beyond that, Michael Edwards is going to start 15th here tonight in the 14. His outside, Zach McBride in the 88. Final 2 rows, Jeremy Clapper Newell in the 21. Starting in 17th, Quinn Newton on his outside, I think his first start this season, in the 97. And finally, in the final row, Daniel Llewellyn in row 10, in the 23 car, 19th position. All right. Short pace lap around here, so should be getting 2 green flag racing here in just a moment. As usual, here in the IndyCar Series, 25 minutes of road course racing. It is a timed race. Should work out to roughly 14 laps.
I hope so.
And it should work out to 1 pit stop.
Well, he watched something absolutely spectacular happen to me in the MX5 race, so hopefully that's left him up.
And this turn 1 is definitely sharper than Watkins Glen.
Seeing get murdered in my ears.
Okay.
Glory.
They make their way through the final 2 turns. Pace car gonna make that left onto pit road. Sorry, safety car. Through the final corner they go. Start is on the green flag. Should be all the way up to the flagman up here in about 100 feet. Oh, the flagman's back there. It's up to the, the normal F1 starting position, but here we go, green flag in the air. Hayden Lowell with a decent start, but Talon right up there on his outside. Deep dive bomb for the 77. Hayden gonna take that advantage out of turn 1. A lot of oh, DG Swiss up and over, flipping end over end.
I made it.
Oh, it makes contact with the 37. Oh man, what a terrible turn 1, but let's go back toward the front. There's still a lot of racing going on. We'll take a look at that wreck here in a moment. Oh, Carl Rotman looks like missed the chicane right there. But he keeps the car okay, and he'll file back into 8th. Sorry, 9th. Quinn Newton just ahead of him takes over 8th. And farther back through the field. Oh, Jeremy. Oh, no. Yeah, Jeremy Clapper Newell goes around. In the Aero McLaren car. They'll rejoin the racetrack in 17th. DG Swiss and Cliff Mullins. Cliff Mullins toes. Swiss still trying to make it back around the pit road. Definitely not the start he wanted. Everybody using all that racetrack here. Through the 19th turn goes Hayden Lowell to complete lap 1 in a moment. And across the line, lap number 1 complete. Let's try to take a look at what happened on that first turn in the first lap.
Enjoy the play, please, Hayden.
Trying to see if I can get back to it. Here we go. That is not a great view. It should clear up the buildings. All right. So down into turn 1. Easy on the braking there for Swiss. Him and Cliff just kind of came together, and then he makes contact with somebody else, and it flips the car over. Kind of mundane contact. Not something you'd think would flip a car over, but that ended up destroying his car on the first lap. It's like Talon Smith and Brian Martin side by side for second. Really close quarters there on entry to the corner. Like Talon Smith gonna hold on to second for now. And lap number 2 complete. Kenneth Stout runs the fastest lap of the race. No, I'm sorry. My timing and scoring is not working. Hayden Lowell around in the S's. Oh no! And he breaks his rear wing. That's probably going to be his chance at the win right there. He's not going to have any downforce to get around this racetrack. He's going to lose a ton of time. There, car goes again. I don't think he knows his rear wing was gone. And now the front wing's gone. So maybe it'll be even. Now it'll drive around the track for him. So that moves Talon Smith into the lead. But it's not over. Brian Martin already showed he could get back to Talon. And you see Ian Montrose also there in third, about 2 seconds behind. We got battle for 10th. Carl Rutman going to go around into 9th, followed by Harry Grindell around Scott Elston. Now Harry Grindell makes the move on Carl Rutman to move into 9th. It's like DG Swiss and Cliff Mullins are going to make it back on track, possibly. Cliff is back on track. Swiss only one lap down right now, so I'm not sure what happened there. Daniel Wellen missing all of his panels. Michael Edwards in front of Harry Grindell to try to make the move. Deep dive bomb into turn 1. And he will get the spot. Possibly no. They're side by side. Michael Edwards gives this position to him. Now Edwards and Rotman trying to decide who gets to have 8th. And Hayden Lowell looks like did come down pit road and take his fast repair. So he's back out on track, but he is in 11th, so he's got a lot of work to do. I don't think he'll be able to get the win, but he can make up a lot of spots. A lot of time left in this race. 18 minutes to be exact remaining. Colin Smith still leads Brian Martin by about 0.8 of a second. And those two have pulled away from Ian Montrose by about 3.3 seconds. Like Cody Cleaver running down Kenneth Stout for 4th. Quinn Newton, the road course master, running in 6th right now, that 97. Good job to Quinn. I think it's, once again, I think it's his first start in the IndyCars this season, so running pretty good for his first start. Obviously, I think he ran in the IndyCar series in previous seasons, but I think he was our Texas Motor Speedway winner in the first season. Michael Edwards in 8th, trying to hold off Rotman. A little bit of a break in the draft right there. Rotman tries to make move to the inside. A little bit of faking there going on. What Carl was trying to do was make Mike Edwards think he was going to dive bomb into that corner, maybe make him look at his mirror and miss the corner himself. But I think Mike saw right through that. These two continue to battle for the 8th position. Mike Edwards goes a little wide right there. Sorry. Couldn't speak for a second. Already have some drivers on pit road. Ian Montrose, looks like came down. Cody Cleaver, Kenneth Stout, Quinn Newton, Harry Grindell. Good portion of the field on pit road right now. Talon Smith, looks like also pit right there. I'm sorry I missed all of that. Brian Martin stays out. We are about a minute or two away from halfway in the race, so if you're really cutting it in half, I think the move was waiting another lap, but I think the undercut is pretty good in these Indy cars, so that might have been the move to pit there on that last lap. Full rundown on everybody that pit. Talon Smith, Ian Montrose, Kenneth Stout, Harry Grindell, Quinn Newton, Cody Cleaver, and that is it for now. Looks like Swiss is back out on track. Dalton Hayes first car lap down. We got DG Swiss also lap down, followed by Cliff Mullins. Jeff Price out of the race along with Daniel Llewellyn. So 2 of the 19 cars are out of the race. Brian Martin now comes down pit road. Along with, not sure who that is, maybe a lap down car. Dalton Hayes, nope, sorry. Cannot tell what car that is. Brian Martin gets those tires and fuel. No, he doesn't. I think he might have missed his box. I think Brian Martin missed his pit box. That is huge. I'm not sure. A pit stop should take about 8 seconds. I'm not sure what happened. But he has come out 13 seconds behind Talon Smith.
Quicker inside here.
And he has not taken tires of fuel in that last pit stop. So something definitely happened to Brian Martin. And that gives Talon Smith a 10-second lead over the rest of the field. This is his race to lose. A lot of battles going on track right now. Scott Elston trying to make the move for ninth on Carl Rotman. Now, as a reminder, these drivers do have push to pass in these Indy cars. F1 fans may know something like that called DRS or ERS. However, this is much different. You get, well, at least in iRacing, it is a bit different in real life for IndyCar. I think they have a time limit on their push to pass, but in iRacing you get 10 button pushes, and it goes until you let off the gas. So it can go an entire straightaway for 30 seconds if it needed to. You can push it 10 times throughout the race. Ian Montrose, speaking of, is on it right now, along with Scott Elston on the push to pass. So he used it on the front straightaway right there. Hayden Lowell using it right now. Look on board. Let's see, P2P on his wheeler right there. So the reason I point that out is Talon Smith in the lead has 6 remaining. Ian Montrose in second has 7. Brian Martin in third has 3. So he was using it quite a bit in the first half of the race. I think my overlay might have just had an issue with Brian Martin. I think he did get tires and fuel on his pit stop. Because it also says he was in the pit lane for 2.3 seconds, and I just don't trust that, so. Hayden Lowell making his for real stop now. First one was unscheduled, this one is tires and fuel. Great camera angle. Alan Smith now to 12 seconds. Brian Martin was pretty fast. Had some sort of issue on pit road that cost him a lot of time. But he does still have an opportunity to run down Ian Montrose for second. So we'll see if he can do that. Last time by, he was 2/10 slower than Ian. Ian ran almost his best time of the race. So Ian is very fast right now. Gonna be tough for Brian to run him down. Like DG Swiss is running down Dalton Hayes for 15th. Closest battle on track at the moment. Oh! Dalton Hayes goes around, and he's going to lose 2 spots, fall back to 17th. It was a three-way battle for 15th right there. And now it is a 2-way battle with Cliff Mullins about a second behind Swiss. Scott Elston got a bit deep right there. And it looks like Swiss elected to take the primary tires on that pit stop. And with a track like COTA, it might be a wise decision. It gets pretty hot in Austin. You know, the primary tires are going to have a lot more longevity. The alternates tend to deteriorate after 6 or 7 laps. So that last lap's going to be rough for you.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn. I don't do a lot of road racing.
Like Cody Cleaver hits around Scott Elston for 10th.
Sorry, Coach.
Battle is still on between Swiss and Mullins. '26 with a bit of a lockup on the entry to turn 19. Cliff with a good run through turn 20. He should have a run into turn 1 right here. Looks to the inside. I don't think he's close enough. Oh, he missed his braking point. Ran into the 26. It's the second time this race those two have gotten together. Swiss comes out of it with minimal damage, but it tore the front end off of Cliff. I'm surprised Swiss's rear wing held on through that. It doesn't look very healthy though. That car's trying to get out on him. But if you look up to Cliff, he does not have a front wing. Thing looks like a go-kart now. He's gonna have to come down and get it replaced. Brian Martin passes Ian Montrose. No! Talon Smith goes down pit road. We have a 2 pit stop race happening here. So I am fully out of the loop with what is happening. I assumed it was just an undercut, but Talon comes down and pits again. So now I'm all confused. We have a few more drivers that came down. Ian came down with Talon. But everybody else has stayed out. I'm sorry, no, they've not. Everybody's on pit road again. So I was unaware of the strategy of this race. It looks like it's a 2-stop race. So if somebody can stretch it and make it a 1-stop, do some fuel saving, I could have a good shot at this thing. Looking at Brian Martin here, he pit a lap after Talon. And if he somehow makes it and cuts out a stop, he is 8 seconds ahead of Talon. Not sure if he can do it. I'm not sure of the strategy. 5 drivers came down pit road that last time. See on the... Sorry, no. Alright, let's see right here. Quinn Newton taking 2 stops. Talon Smith, 2 stops. Brian Martin just comes down pit road taking his 2nd stop. So he cannot do that strategy. I was unaware of what was happening. 3 laps to go now. And Talon Smith goes by to retake the lead. And misses turn 1 right there. Ron Rotman comes down pit road. Looks like Travis Martin also came down. Oh no, Zach McBride! I think he went off the turtles right there. Looks like in the S's. I can't tell what corner that is. Okay, it's directly after the S's. Takes another turtle.
I just crashed so hard that I didn't know which direction to go.
And you can hear him on the radio. Let's take a look at what happened to Zach McBride.
Probably yell at Kurt or something.
Back on board with him. Oh, catches one turtle. Gonna switch back the other way. I'm guessing catches this one. Oh, and the car goes flying. And that's gonna be heavy damage to that 88 car. Talon Smith, 2 laps to go for Talon. Next time by, we'll take the white flag. Like a battle for 7th. Sorry, battle for... Yeah, it was a battle for 7th. Cody Cleaver comes down pit road. Only managed to do 6 laps on that tank of fuel. So these Indycars were really short on fuel here tonight. That moves Quinn Newton back into 7th. Like Scott Elston also comes down on his 6th lap. Zach McBride, I'm guessing, will come down next time by, along with Cliff Mullins here. White flag should be in the air for Talon, but it is not, so we actually have 2 to go now. I wish it would show the time remaining, because that's a lot easier to decipher. But there's no way for me to do that right now, unfortunately. And now we should be coming to the white flag, unless we're on the white flag right now. Overlay doesn't know what's happening. iRacing doesn't either. It's not telling me the white flag is out. I guess this is the finish of the race, so Talon Smith gonna take home the win here at COTA by 15 seconds. They follow along with second. Ian Montrose 3 seconds ahead of Brian Martin. Looks like that lead will hold on.
Good win, Talon.
He's gonna come off of turn 20 and take home second. Brian Martin closely behind in third. Then we have another 18 seconds back to Hayden Lowe in fourth.
Good racing, everybody.
And another 26 seconds to Kenneth Stout, who's going to take home a top 5, assuming nothing happens. Got a 4-second lead over Harry Grindell. Should be a nice just coast home into a top 5 for Kenneth. And he will. Nice job by Kenneth Stout there, taking him a top 5. Harry Grindell closely behind, like I said, in 6th. Quentin Newton behind them in 7th. And the final car on the lead lap, Michael Edwards. Gonna take home in 8th place on the lead lap. Pretty good night there for Michael, considering. Doing it on the primary tires too. Not too shabby. Looks like we have a few other cars finishing up. Zach McBride in 14th still has yet to complete his final lap. Last car, I think, still being scored. He'll come across the line in 14th. Race has concluded. Results on screen there. See if we can get a word. Some of our top 3 finishers. Hey Brian, it's Lucas. Got me?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey man, well, took it home 3rd tonight. You had a ton of speed. I thought you had something for Talon, but something must have happened on the pit stop. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I decided to try and stretch my fuel lap over, see if I could get the overcut working, and ran out of fuel coming into the pits, coasted into the box, and that was kind of my downfall. And you know, it is what it is. First league race, first podium finish. First time being interviewed actually, so this feels a little foreign to me. But you know, I can't say enough about the series and the drive today. I normally am terrible at COTA, but I was able to keep it together, keep it in one piece, and bring it home.
Yeah, man, you definitely brought it home. Like I said, had great speed tonight. Excited to see you run the rest of the season. You're going to have some good finishes, I think, to move on. But good run for you tonight. Like I said, you got anybody you want to thank for the run?
Yeah, I want to thank my boys at Artemis, helping me, always pushing me. You for broadcasting, DG, and everybody that puts on the Sideways Racing League, CTC broadcast, everything like that. And everybody watching, both on everybody's individual streams and the main stream tonight. You guys are the goats. This is why we love doing it. So
Absolutely, man. Thanks for talking to us. Congrats on the third. We'll see you next week.
thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. See you guys next week.
All right, that was Brian Martin, third place finisher here tonight, and we'll get a word with our second place finisher, Ian Montrose. As soon as I get to him. There we go. Ian, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Took it home second here tonight. Great drive from you. Looked really fast out there at COTA. How was the drive for you?
Yeah, no, I had a really fun time. This track and car combination's pretty fun. You get to really throw it around. It's like a go-kart track, and I was a bit surprised that Brian tried to make it on an extra lap, and almost gave me some sort of natural undercut. And so I went balls to the walls. Had a really close race out of the pits both times, and on the second one, he came out in front of me, and I, hoping with the cold tires, I could try and get past him and make the lead count, and managed to bring it home second. So really proud of that effort. That was a good race. It was good fun.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like there was some incidents, I think, but overall pretty clean race for COTA. Turn one was a bit of a mess, but you got through it nice and clean. Took it home in second. And as far as the interviews are concerned, you got the win. But congrats, man.
Yeah, nice. I'm the points leader apparently, so I'm happy.
Oh, there
with
you
that.
go. That's real good, man. Well, you got anybody on the thank for the race here tonight?
I want to thank you for broadcasting. It's always fun to hear you broadcast as well. DGSRacing.com for sponsoring the league. DG for adminning it. Thanks to my teammate Cody and the boys that were hanging out in the chat tonight. And just thank my wife as well for putting up with my bullshit. So appreciate her.
Heck yeah, man. Well, thanks for talking to us. Congrats on the points lead, and congrats on second. We'll see you.
Sorry for hitting you earlier, dude.
It's all right.
Take it easy, big man. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. All right, it was Ian Montrose finishing second. Don't think Talon is going to talk to us, unfortunately. If anybody watched the Super Speedway race, I think you know why. But he takes home the win. Pretty much no mistakes from Talon tonight. Did a good job. Took home the win here at COTA. But that's going to do it for me. I'm Lucas Hoitzma. Thanks for watching. Catch us next week in the IndyCar series at another oval. And that oval will be Pocono, the Tricky Triangle. That's always so much fun in the IndyCar. So I invite you out to watch that or race in it. It's up to you. Click the links in the description if you want to join. That's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.